Hello everybody and welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our online game of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. I'm your Game Master, Scott Nicholson, here for Campaign 4, Episode 5 of Princesses of Power.
For almost 300 years, the great authoritarian immortal dragonlord Alvin has ruled over the material realm of Silvernell. His fear of the water has kept him above the silver seas, yet he found an alliance with the evil mermaids of Eudothia to carry out his bidding. Over the years, the Genasis of the underwater kingdom of Azir have narrowly fought back the mermaids thanks to its just ruler, King Thrine, and his daughters. But times are changing. Alvin has died. The world of Silvernell is reborn. This is the story of a kingdom after war.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I want to introduce my amazing friends and players that we're going to be playing with tonight. Andrew Krug.
Hey.
Margaret Alice.
Hi.
Alyssa Causey.
Hello.
Erica Webb.
Hey.
And Michael Jackson.
I'm a ticking time bomb.
Oof.
Every season. Welcome back in, friends who were with us last time. Welcome people who are watching for the first time. If you're watching us on Twitch, do not forget, the more you watch and comment right now in Raid, you can gain Rooter points. And then at the very bottom, there are options that you can use those Rooter points to buy that actually change our game. So you can give our players advantage, make crazy things happen. Arista can find another book, you know. So get active, because that's where the real fun begins. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, please hit subscribe and like. We're growing, and I want you a part of it. All right, with that being said, welcome back. But what happened last time? Last time, on Episode 4 of Princesses of Power, the party comes face to face with Thadrin the Seafarer. And after a lengthy negotiation, a binding contract is made where the kingdom will look out for the Pearl Caves, and Thadrin promises his jellyfish kraken will protect the kingdom. Unfortunately, the mining ship is destroyed, so Thadrin grants permission to hitch a ride on the kraken. The party is carried back to Azir, and the jellyfish leave, float away. It's very beautiful, unveiling a kingdom ready for travel and trade. Once inside the palace, Mizu and Arista present the contract to King Thrine. He is slightly disappointed Steward Jackal was left behind, but overall he is proud of his daughters for their success. Meanwhile, the rest of the party finds worship leader Ukman is the latest victim of a killing spree plaguing the kingdom. After some investigation, they leave for the Temple of Waves and find servant Felio is at the scene of the crime, and he refuses to come clean. They drag him to the palace, and King Thrine admits he is aware Felio is the murderer. But then, to add another twist, King Thrine is caught lying about protecting the princesses. What is the truth, and what is going on? We return now face to face with King Thrine, with a look on his face with beads of sweat going down both sides. That's the truth.
Sorry, but what was the truth? What was it that you just said, like 2 seconds ago?
Oh, well, I was scared to tell. I didn't want to let Seer know that her boyfriend was the murderer.
Gotcha.
You think I care that much about Leo that I want you to hide a murder that you also let us investigate and then got in the way of?
Well, darling.
Make it make sense, Daddy.
To be truthful, darling, I did not ask you to join this investigation. You all wanted to, and I just made a wager.
And then you bet against us by getting in our way.
Look, why
You
don't
would
I...
sooner get in our way than just give us a straight answer?
What's going on here?
like those times before where Papa is caught in the corner with all the girls looking at him, demanding the truth when they're much smarter than him, especially in times like this. You hear way down the hallway, or up the stairs, coming down the shaft of the elevator, you hear the loud cries of Prince Henry. I gotta go make sure the boy's okay.
You can do that, and she's gonna rush off.
Thanks, Ritzy.
He just looks back at everyone.
Hey.
I can't tell you. I'm sorry. Ask your mother.
Why can no one tell us what's going? I don't like this game. Leo can't tell us. You can't tell us. Vinfira does find a clue, however.
Okay. You're the only one who sees this. When King Thrine reached out to say to Arista to stop, you saw him barely mumble this to himself. Oh, I hope she doesn't find out.
Interesting. Okay.
Listen, girls, it's late and I'm tired, and this is the last thing I can be pressed on right now. Just,
About this.
ask your mother. I'll wake her up for you.
You'll love that. But sure, if she's gonna give me an answer, I guess I should go to the person in charge after all. I
Okay,
should've just
well-
started there.
Let's go make sure Henry's fine and wake up your mother. Yes, this is a great idea.
How about you go wake up Mother, and we will handle Henry for you, since you have such a long, difficult day.
I'm happy to go with you to see her.
The beads
You
of
wanna
sweat have
divide
turned
and
into
conquer?
Niagara Falls of sweat. Oh, okay. Sure.
Of course, Father. Anything for you.
He just indicates
Um.
towards the elevator for us all to go.
And Fier's gonna head toward it.
The most awkward packing in of an elevator you've ever seen in your life. And I do imagine, like, it is a little bit slower because it's going through water, and it's definitely got that, like, holding music. Everyone's just...
Elevator music.
Yeah. Everyone's just, Jellyfish were lovely.
Yeah.
Just standing in stern silence, just
Bing! The
still
doors
have Leo
open.
with me. Still
Yeah,
deaf.
who's deaf and blind. Okay, he darts off. He continues one floor up because your parents' bedroom are above yours, and you all get off. Arista is already at the room, so before you guys get there, Arista, you go to the door. It's unlocked. It's dark in the room. There's a little bit of light blue light coming in from the window. There is like a little magic ball half sphere on the table that's shining lights, so it looks like it's underwater ripple on the ceiling and curtains.
Ew.
And he is tussled so much in his bed that he's kind of kicked the blankets to his feet, and he's just kind of sprawled in different ways. And he's got like his head kind of in his arm, and he's kind of pushing away from something, crying.
Arista will scuttle up to the side of the bed and try to like put a hand on his forehead / stroke his hair a little bit. Henry, what is it?
He's very, very warm. And when you wake him up, he just looks like he still can't tell if he's in a dream or whatever yet, and just kind of holds on to you and kind of pushes you back and kind of adjusts as he sees your face and says, "Are you a pickle?"
I don't think so. Are you a pickle?
And looks at his body and just kind of stands up on the bed, but he's not very tall. And just kind of looks around and falls down and then holds you and just starts crying.
Oh, Arista's gonna hug him back. It's okay. You're safe. And she'll just do that and rock him a little bit until he's done crying.
This is like a weird persuasion or animal handling, but neither. Just roll me a straight charisma check.
Okay, that works. Assuming that my water cup is not in the way of my mouse moving. Sorry.
It's important.
Charisma. 19.
It doesn't take long at all. In fact, it happens before the rest of them even get there. You get him quiet, and he's not quite asleep right now. He's just kind of doing that thing where he's just super tired, and you just hear like the tiny little wet smacking as he's trying to moisturize his lips again, you know? That cute little baby thing. And right as he's kind of just like softened, everybody gets to the door.
Well, look at that. A princess solved a problem.
Happens a lot more than you would think.
Crazy, isn't it?
Indeed.
It seems Henry was having quite the nightmare. Would you like to tell us about it, Henry?
It's too scary.
Oh, it's okay. Nothing can hurt you now.
With all the sisters around, and you roll a persuasion with advantage. Except Filio's blinded and deaf and for some reason not screaming.
23.
Ooh. He looks up at all of you and says, all the food everywhere is trying to hurt us. The pickles and the radishes and the carrots. Don't eat the food.
Those are all like
How can
not
an
food
animal
here.
food hurt us? Are you talking
Like
about food people?
Like a poison?
He just kind of looks at his side table, and there's like a little dish that was probably brought to him in the night that maybe had like some medicinal things on it and a glass for him to scoop water out of the air. And like a little bit of food that's untouched. We'll say these tiny little pancakes. And he's just kind of looking at it, shaking it, and just points at it. Don't
I'm
trust
gonna
the
investigate
pancakes.
the plate.
Okay,
Does anyone have detect poison?
I should, but I don't.
investigation check on the plate of pancakes.
After a nap, I could.
Let me take a nap real quick.
28.
There is nothing abnormal about this plate with pancakes other than it hasn't been touched at all.
Gotcha.
I could eat it, and you guys could see it's good or not.
As you start to move towards the pancakes, Prince Henry jumps out of Arissa's arms and runs at the bed and jumps on you on your front, and it's just like, don't do it, Celia, don't do it.
Okay, Squirt. It's been a long day. I haven't had any snacks since dinner. Like, I could go for one.
How is Thrine
Just-
reacting to this?
He has
He's
gone
not
upstairs.
here.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, he went to because their bedrooms are on the next floor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna reach out and eat a pancake.
It tastes absolutely delicious, and Henry like gets off of you and is like backing up and accidentally backs into Mizu and Vinfira, and is just like watching you.
Hi there.
Look, bud. Yeah, there's nothing.
Oh, Mizu's asleep. Sorry, I forgot.
joking.
It's an eye.
Still in character.
Think I give a
Everything's
fuck?
fine.
No.
The fight's over.
What are we watching for, Henry?
What did you just say, Andrew? Sorry.
Boy, nothing's wrong. It's absolutely. I'm joking.
Oh yeah,
There's
okay.
nothing
If you
wrong
do that, he's definitely gonna freak out.
Yeah.
He's kind of jumping. He's gonna start jumping around the room because that actually really freaked him out.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna start talking about how you're gonna change, things are gonna change, and the food's gonna reach up and it's gonna kill everyone, and there's nothing anybody can do.
Okay, Henry, let's take a nice deep breath and use some of our grounding techniques that I previously taught you. And, you know, Father did mention that there was something that he may want us to find out. Do you know anything about that? Have you heard anything from him before we leave?
So he's not really doing very well with his grounding techniques. They've kind of gone out the window with the 2 that he rolled. So he hears you talk about his father, but he's not really getting the context of what you're saying because he's he's kind of trapped in his mind about something right now. So he's going to look at you as soon as you say that and tell you that Dad knows. Daddy knows.
Arissa's gonna go over to where he is and touch his arm.
Mm-hmm.
You're safe. You're okay. What does Dad know?
Thank you, girls. I'll take care of it from here. Your father's told me you have questions, and unfortunately I won't be able to answer them. I know things are
Her arms literally flailed.
Ariselina is standing at the door. She looks... I don't know if she just got up, then it takes her 2 seconds to get ready because she is in, like, full everything.
She wakes up like that.
Just in the room with power. Like, there's a slight glow behind her. Thank you, Arista, for taking care of your brother. I can handle him from here. Ask what you want, girls, but now is not the time for some answers.
We just want the truth. That's all we're asking for.
What I'm allowed to tell you is that your father told you a half-truth. We know who the murderer is, and no, it is not Felio. We were stupid with trying to cover something and hide it from you all. Don't worry. We've paid Felio. We're going to help him with his trench foot. Everything is going to be fine. We really did not want you to find out yet.
Find out.
You and I both know, under the order, there are certain things we cannot say. See her. Have you not told your sisters where you're from and what we are a part of? I think if they had that context, not knowing some things would come easier to them. We can talk
Here
more
I
about
sit with
this.
the context, and it still doesn't sit with me. But another time.
At breakfast. We'll talk at breakfast. Okay, why don't everyone go to sleep? Let's go. You have to wake up very early.
Seely's gonna reach out and grab another pancake before going.
I'm sorry, Seer.
Fear is silent in her exit.
Alright, what's everyone doing? She's just...
Y'all are shady.
Arissa is going to immediately start researching the order in the library.
Oh, also, Arista finds a book.
Okay, Arista knew
It's
exactly where this book was. That was perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so
Perfect time.
you've actually always known where this book is. You've just been told not to touch it by your mother. Well,
Yeah, well,
this
that's
brings-
out the window.
You fly down the hallway to the library, go up the stairs to the second floor, jump on the post, fly up to the top shelf where it's highest up where you won't get it, and you know exactly, because you've thought about this many times, how to get it. You pull it, slide it out, you land on the ground, and it's this big, dark blue book that has no title or anything on the front or the spine.
Mhm.
And as you open it, the first page just kind of magically has this like circle of sparks kind of appear, and it just turns into waves that crash into the spine as the page re-empties to an empty page, and then lights up and says, "The Order of the Tides." And then as you flip to the next page, it shows this almost Grecian architecture, bright white underwater with like very serious stern fishes swimming around. It's going to have these hooded figures around, but there's nothing evil about this. It seems peaceful and judicial. And as that page is lighting up with this image, the image will start to move like it's a camera, like it's a 2D, but you're going through it, and it'll go past all of that and show the fall of Asgarath and the splitting of the goddess Tempa, and it'll show Dragontooth falling with Cthulhu busting out. It'll show Drix and Summer Song and huge figures coming together as you see Summer Song lighting up, becoming a god of time, and all it's going to say as everything disappears, it's gods come and go, but the tide still comes in. And then the book starts flipping by itself. As that's happening, what are the other sisters doing? We'll get back to it. Mizu's asleep.
Celia's gonna grab a nightcap and head to bed. Yeah.
Real. And Fira's
Yeah.
gonna just go to bed. Might as well get a good night's rest before everything.
Harriet's got it one hand out the door with your favorite nighttime drink as you walk by.
I continue walking, grab it, head straight to my door without stopping.
All you see out of like the side of the door is the like. Cool.
I give one back, but I'd like catch my drink before I drop it. You know how it is.
It's around like 2 to 2:30 right now. Everyone's been up for a while. A.M. You have to get up very early, so you are not going to be able to do a long rest here. You can do a short rest because it's realistically 5 hours at the most that you're going to get to be up at like 7:30. And that's
Do
just.
you know what time departure is? Is
They
7?
just-
Is that breakfast?
Everyone's just been telling you in the morning, so you imagine this is breakfast, yeah. Okay, as everyone goes to sleep, back to Arista. Arista, roll a history check.
Well,
A 12. Okay, that's still good. That's still some stuff, just not all the stuff. This is going to talk about the Order of the Tides being a secret society made up of different types of underwater races that meets in Yarmouth, where the Tritons live. And they are just a kind of third-party underwater power that kind of manipulates some things to bend to their will, not in a negative way, so to speak, but they've just got power through all the different members from different places of the underwater world. And they have been here through everything. They've just been underwater, so they've seen all of the major events of falling and rising of gods, and so they're so aware of God's power in this world that's generally what it seems they seem to focus on. Big events, huge shifts in the ecosystem of the world. And you get to a page that lights up and says, for members only. And as you flip all the way through, all the rest are blank and you can't read it. But as you go back to that page, it lights up Queen Arizaline, Princess Seer Goth.
I'm gonna tuck this into my bag.
Perfect.
Maybe we can get Seer to read it, or maybe I'll just open it next to her and see if I can get them to show up.
Okay, cool. Are you going to bed now?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody gets the benefits of short rest. You can use if you've taken damage. I know Mizu did at some point. Good morning, everyone. It is 7:30 a.m. in the beautiful palace of Azir. You are all awoken up the same way you are, unfortunately, every morning with the sound outside your door of a bubble opening with bubbles inside. Good morning, Azir Kingdom! I hope everyone is feeling wonderful today. Wonderful things are happening outside. The jellyfish, ooh, they've all floated away. How perfect. So put on your best faces. A big surprise is happening with the princesses. I can't tell you what it is, but I overheard it, and I've made fun of it because I think it's silly. Can you stop with it? This is my bubble. Just come on. Okay, see you all later. Pop.
Please tell me that I'm not allowed to use my inspiration yet, because otherwise I'm going to be very upset that I didn't add it to that history roll.
Yeah, not yet. But, okay, everyone is waking up by some servants. Breakfast is served downstairs. What would everyone like to do?
Eat.
Mizu will probably be the last one to arrive because she'll be busy getting her makeup and hair done because she, in her mind, is thinking she's about to get some royal departure send off.
Okay, well, I'll say this. The first person to the dining room will see a long table set up. There are these pink jellyfish decorations put around. Seems kind of weird. They just left outside and now they're putting in here. Whatever. But it's a beautiful breakfast spread with, I think, 8 incredible items that Chef Bagisi has prepared for everyone this morning. It is a whale and crab benedict, a seafarer's omelet, crispy whale bacon strips, whale and crab quiche, island-style pancakes with crab syrup, fresh ocean fruit platter, a whale song smoothie, and a rich sea elixir coffee. And it's all over the table. It's a serve yourself sort of event. The king and queen are already seated, laughing jovially. Seems to be a good morning.
Big Easy, can you do a Bloody Mary?
And
I'll be right here. Yeah.
I think Seer
That's living.
is staying in her room until like someone comes in, gets her, like, and like makes her come out of the room, but she's like not in the mood to like see people, so she's just like is just laying in that bed, just like.
Well, they're late because usually it would be a Felio, and right now he is sleeping somewhere else that King Thrine put him, and he's been unassigned from your room. So it is
Smart.
a nice young Ganassi woman who is a little late and apologizes for it, but tells you that breakfast is served if you would like to come down and eat your princess.
She says.
Your princess.
She says, "Mm-hmm."
Your
And does
princess.
not move.
Doesn't move?
No.
Okay. They stand there kind of awkwardly waiting. Would you like me to tell the king and queen you need some more time, princess?
Sure.
Thank you, your princess.
Just kind of turns over.
You know what?
She just turns over, like in bed. She's like, she goes
Okay.
from being like full flat, and she's like, she's like, sure.
All right, she shuts the door and leaves. There's a knock in the library. Princess Arista?
I'm here. She's like running around the library, stuffing as many books in her bag of holding as she can.
Breakfast is served in the dining room downstairs.
Oh, it's the most important meal of the day. And she'll scurry down to the dining room.
Past the servant.
Yep.
Okay, knock at Venfira's door. Princess Venfira?
Venfira's like already dressed for the day, already has her hair done, and she like opens the door. She's like, "Good morning. Can I assist you?"
Good morning. I've been told to let you know that breakfast is served in the dining room.
Of course. If someone could go ahead and get a cup of coffee ready for me, that would be wonderful.
Of course. Will that
Thank
be all?
you. That will be it for the moment.
They excuse themselves away and leave.
She's gonna make her way down.
Celia, you're probably a hard sleeper, I imagine. So you really can't hear the knock at the door, especially because it's on the bar.
I'm waiting for.
Phil is already down there.
Oh, you're
yeah,
down.
I'm waiting for a Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so I guess everyone's down there except for Mizu, who's going to show up fashionably late, and Seer Goth. Yeah, beautiful breakfast. King Thrine tells you guys good morning with that cheeky look of like, what happened last night? Good morning. Good morning, girls.
Good morning,
Hey.
Father.
Okay. Well, look at the food.
Yeah, that's what I was skipping.
The dirty fist from Shark Food Island gave us all this free whale meat as a thank you for all the great things that Celia's been doing. Isn't that nice of them?
Yeah, we better
Arissa's-
not be using this here. We gotta give it to Thaddeus.
That's true.
Good old Thad.
That.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, that's whale meat.
Yeah, it just seems like a little bit of a waste over here when we could be. It was in the contract.
Oh, I remember the gifts.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea. He's gonna tell one of the servants. Just kind of, you see him pointing at it and talking, and they kind of go away. Well, eat up. This'll just be ours.
Okay.
Arissa's gonna start filling up a plate, and she's just gonna look at King Thrine the whole time.
sleep well, Princess Arista? Yeah. Rizaline, let's make sure we get Arista a better bed when she comes back. He looks really nervous. Rizaline is just like into her food. She's kind of been looking down the whole time. She kind of looks up. Where's Seer?
Girls, have you seen Seer?
I did not. When I passed her room this morning, the door remained.
We don't keep tabs on everyone.
One of the servants says, I believe they need more time, King. You just see Rizaline. Gonna put her chair back. Gonna put her utensil down. I'll be right back, excuse me. She's gonna stand up and walk out of the dining room.
I'd say around the time that Arizaline walks out past is the time that Mizu walks in past her into the dining room, and her head just kind of snaps to the side. Arizaline, and snaps back forward as she walks past. Good morning, Daddy!
Oh, my crustacean! How did you sleep last night?
I slept so wonderful, she'll say as she kind of starts making a plate, like serving herself her own plate, but of course doesn't consume it and puts it down on the ground and lays Ganon down to eat some of what has been served to us.
You look like you got a lot of good sleep.
Of course, you know, every princess needs their beauty sleep, Daddy.
Well. As soon as all your sisters get here, we can, celebrate. It's a big morning. Aren't you excited? You did so good when you went to see Dadrin.
I know, I'm so happy we're all gonna get together and celebrate me this morning.
Well, before he's gonna stand up and just kind of waddle, swim over to the other side, and he pulls from this like back armor plate cup holder thing into it, and it's just gonna be this like box that's in a hexagon. Somebody help me with this word.
Hexagonal?
Hexagonal, thank you. Shaped glass box, and inside seems to be a really skinny, dehydrated puffer fish. And it's inside where there's no water, so you can like roll it around. It's just air inside with it. And he's gonna hand that to you and say,
when you leave, this will help you get through something. Okay? It's really powerful. It's like a little puzzle thing, and then there's like a super powerful potion at the end. You can only use it once, but I think you're gonna love it.
he's gonna hand it to you.
Oh, Daddy, did you forget that I'm a vegetarian? I don't eat pufferfish. I don't eat any of our friends from the sea.
King Thrine's gonna look at Celia and Arista and Vinfira, because actually he did not remember her being a vegetarian.
Of course I remember, darling. That's not to eat. You just open that up and give it water.
Okay, well, I like the sound of that better.
I can eat it.
No, Celia, I would not eat it. It's powerful magic.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know you have a lot of that. But me, on the other hand, I have quite a lot of powerful magic myself now.
Okay, I have a steel stomach is what it is. Thank you.
Yeah, I bet all the alcohol that has been fermenting in there has probably turned it to steel by this point.
Thank you.
Right. All right, well, let's get down to
How
it.
alcohol works.
Okay, girls. All right, well, good morning. Hope everyone had a good morning. We're just going to start with Alcir and Rizaline. They'll come back and do their whole secret society thing in a minute. We have decided that you're not going to come back. We're gonna go, and we kind of already got the Tabaxis outside as you. So, you don't have to worry about a thing. Technically, the princesses are outside. It's so cool.
Oh, sick.
So, I really don't want you to think of this as like a replacement, because that's not what it is. So,
Why didn't we always have these guys? This is great.
yeah.
Daddy, I must have heard you wrong. You said, I mean, I get Celia and Arista and like Vinfira and Seer, you're not wanting them to come back, but like, me, Daddy? I'm the princess of the kingdom. No, like, I have to be here. Like, this is just like a fun, I get like family bonding experience or whatever for me to leave, but no, I'm coming back.
Well, yes, just not right away, darling. You're gonna go out there and secure your ties and then go see what the land has to offer. You're gonna go outreach for us, and then you can come back. Just go out there for a while.
No,
his
Daddy.
voice is going up. He always lies when his voice goes up.
Yeah, I think you're confused. This is like a PR stunt for me, like to get some nice princess action of me like actually doing something helpful for the kingdom, but no one can replace me.
You did initially open with, you don't have to come back ever, or you're never coming back, something along those lines.
Well, maybe we should wait for your mother to get back. It's probably best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What?
Okay. He's
I
just
believe
gonna
it'd be best if we had more answers sooner,
Yeah.
considering how much is being left unsaid at the moment.
I know it's really weird. Trust me.
And I will cause a scene, Daddy. Don't. I always get what I want. Don't forget that. Love you, Daddy.
Love you.
Knock, knock, knock at Seer Goth's room door.
I guess most people just come in, huh? Enter.
The door opens and it's just your mother standing there, and she shuts the door behind her. And she goes and sits at the end of the bed. I know you're pissed, but what do you want me to do? I have been explicitly instructed not to say. But once you get to Greedo Dorson, we will tell you. We just can't tell you here. You know how hard it is to have your father know?
Red snaps at her when she's back there. She's like,
I know. It's not as bad as you think. If it's true. That's all I can
well,
say.
I think lots of things, but I guess I just can't say anything until I get to Greedo Dorston, so... See you soon. And Seer walks out of the
Wait.
room.
She stands up.
Gets... Mother.
If I tell you this, you cannot tell your sisters. At all. You have to promise me, Seer.
I keep all my secrets.
Roll a persuasion check.
Dun, 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 dun. This is +0, so a raw roll. A 10. That's so neutral.
A 10.
It's just neutral. She's not selling anything.
We believe your brother has a gift, and he has been seeing things, and they have been coming true, and we are trying to avoid you and your sisters dying.
That's kind of honestly what I guess. He was saying some weird things, and kind of connected to a thought I had, but this... We are directly in danger?
I can't say more. All I can say, Seer, is if you find out here, it lessens our chance of helping you. If you get out of here and go to Greedo Dorson and they tell you, then fuck whatever plans we have for you. You can do what you want, but we just can't tell you here. I don't know who's listening.
Well, I guess I'm going to Greedo Dorson, but I don't like any of this, and I don't know why Leo's involved.
Oh, that's your
This
father.
has all just been so convoluted. We didn't need any of this, truly, and I'm just shaken, to say the least.
I know. But that's all I can give you for now. Why don't we just enjoy breakfast, and we'll be in touch.
We can try, sure. She will head to breakfast.
Okay, your mother will awkwardly walk that 5 or 6 feet behind you, energy, until you get in the elevator, and then you go down. And then you go to breakfast. All right. Everyone kind of gets breakfast. Thryne is super happy Arizaline is back. Arizaline goes and sits down. They're bringing Celia an extra alcoholic beverage. They're bringing you a smoothie. It's a very tense breakfast. And Thryne will reiterate to Seer what he told everyone else, that she'll be leaving this morning. Outside, there's kind of the last day of the Jellyfish Festival going on, and right now, your Tabaxi other selves are there as you. So, yeah. He just kind of looks at Arizaline. Yes, Arista.
Tell us about the tide.
Well, it's on the beach.
I wasn't asking you. I asked Mother.
Arista, what did I tell you about that book, darling?
So you do know to what I'm referring.
Yes. Yes.
About it.
The Order of the Tides is a secret group that very powerful people are involved with. Out there in the world, when you venture, perhaps you might be interested. You might want to learn more about it. But for now, they make big decisions. They help people. They prevent bad things. They're good people.
How long have you been a member, Seer?
Seer sits. She sips.
Mizu says, wait, you're telling me Seer's getting special privileges of some secret organization and I'm not?
King Thryne sinks in his chair.
Seer, what the hell?
She looks at her mom. This is going so well.
She's looking at Thryne because he can't hold a damn secret. Girls, there is nothing to worry about, okay? There's...
Seems like there might be a lot to worry about.
Listen, after
I'm
breakfast...
just gonna worry about this drink.
After breakfast, you're going to head straight to the stable, and Stable Master Leonard will help you. Unfortunately, because one of the mining carts was broke, and because we're trying to get a surplus of pearls right now in this morning, we had to use some of your ships, your personal ships. So on your exit today, you all will be sharing Mizu's personal carriage.
Oh, hell no. That's my carriage? See, it says Mizu's carriage for a reason.
Yes, it does.
Mizu attracts a scene.
Happening currently.
Okay, okay, as you're doing this, Ganon beside you is like eating out that plate, but he's just like, his head just kind of jolts, and like his eyes start lighting up red, his neck kind of cracks, and you hear him go. He's gonna swim under the table as you're doing this, and he's just gonna start hitting up on the table. So as you're talking and yelling about this, the table's like jumping. Almost looks like you're using magical powers to make the table bounce. Stuff are breaking off the table. Your mother's looking at the table. King Thryne's looking at the table. And then just black mist comes from under the table. As you see in this mist, small demons rise up into the air around the sides of the table, and everyone's fucking looking. Your eyes start to glow red, and King Thryne's like, Mizu! You just kind of jolt for a second, and then it all disappears, and you're well, I guess I got my powers back, baby.
Mizu probably thinks that all of that was coming from her sheer rage and looks at Daddy and goes, nobody is riding in my chariot.
Intimidation check with advantage.
Is there a demon in her? Are we gonna talk about that?
I've always thought there was a demon in her.
She's always been a bitch, but like a demon?
Are they still
Yeah.
here, or were they just illusions? Do we need to like fight some demons?
Everything went back under the table.
Okay.
Everything
It was
went
a 13.
13. He stands up with fear in his eyes and just brushes it away with the rest of the crap that's in his beard.
That's the way it is, Mizu, and you're gonna have to accept it.
Fine. Then you know what, Daddy? I'd like to see how this so-called Mizu replacement is performing my job
as she starts to get up from the table and head towards where she knows that all of the tabaxis are giving their, like,
Mizu, no! Mizu!
All right, he's chasing you down the hallway. You know that you
Let's see what
give
just happened.
royal speeches from the balcony that is on the top floor where your parents' bedroom is. Their bedroom's kind of at the back of the palace, and the front of the palace opens up into a big balcony. Because in front of the palace is a big circular, like, just open area that has been filled in with this festival. And as you run to the elevator, ooh, this could be good. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Let's see how fast you can push this button.
That was a 7.
Ah! Boom! He holds the door before it can close, gets in with you as the door shuts behind him.
Mizu, you are not to go up there, okay?
And he's pushing all the buttons on the elevator so it'll go to the second floor, third floor, before it gets to the fourth floor. And he's trying to push the emergency stop button.
Her head snaps. Good thing I have nothing but time right now.
Oh. What do you want, darling? The ship is destroyed.
Well, first of all, I want to ride in my chariot by myself, like you always said I could, Daddy. And second of all, I don't know what you're talking about when you say I'm not coming back to the kingdom, but I'm coming back eventually, whether you like it or not.
Mizu attracts another scene.
Okay, as you're saying this,
Point redemptions.
as you're saying this, you've completely ran out.
You're muted.
Oh, as you're saying this, you've completely run out and forgot Ganon. Well, Ganon's just like the vessel. He's not even actually Voskar, so he's just behind. So that's clear. Okay, so you're by yourself. But as you're saying, you're just hearing laughing in your mind from Voskar constantly. And as he's pushing these buttons and you're talking to him, you just like kind of hit the buttons and the whole thing goes and stops. You both kind of look around and you hear knocking above you and below you.
Keep trying, keep trying, Princess Mizu.
You are trapped between two floors, and now people are coming to the elevator, servants who overheard this, because now you're stuck. And he just...
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, maybe I won't be leaving it all today, Daddy, at this rate.
What's happening in the dining room?
If we all go right now, we don't have to take Mizu.
And Fear's just sipping her coffee like...
I'm waiting for a Bloody Mary. I need something stronger to drink. I finished my smoothie. This
Okay,
is awkward.
I think at this point, seeing everything that's going on, the servant that had brought the Bloody Mary to Celia has probably like 3 or 4 more made. They're just like kind of handing them out.
Smart. Pass out a bucket.
Yep, bucket of Bloody Marys.
Arista's gonna pass on that, but she will ask Sair, truthfully, what do you know about us not returning?
Roll a persuasion check.
Doo, doo, doo. Persuasion. 19.
Ooh. You know, whenever you talk to your mother too, you guys have a special bond because of, how you were found and brought to this family, and she really cares about you a lot. She softens when she talks to you a little bit, just like earlier on in the season when she gave you that book about the Kirsay Islands, so to speak. She'll just... It's a pretty good roll. She'll tell you that the Order of the Tides is working right now to fix something very, very bad that could happen, if it's true. One of the things that could happen that's very bad is I could lose you and your sisters, and you mean the world to me, and I can't have that. So we're going to trick whatever this bad thing is. And to make sure that you are safe, we want you to stay away for a while. But think of what you can bring back to us to help us. You girls are so strong and so smart. The open world has so many people that can fight with us. All you have to do is go out there and make friends, and I'm sure the kingdom will be better off for it. And your father and I will work diligently here when you're gone to try to secure your home for when you get back.
So we don't have to leave forever.
No, not forever.
Okay.
You always
Alyssa was having a really hard time with that.
Yeah. You always
I
have a
just got
home.
here.
She'll look at Arizaline with her big reptile eyes and say, I trust you, Mother.
She's going to hug you. And she's going to whisper in your ear. Seer will be the only one allowed inside. Use that invisibility I saw you gain. Get in and hear it for yourself. Don't tell them. They won't let you. Then she's going to eat her food.
So is Arista.
Perfect.
I'm drinking mine, so.
Okay, about this time, you're going to hear the crack open the elevator shaft door on the floor above you, Mizu, and they're going to yell out that, you can come out. They're going to break the top of it, and King Thrine is able to get out first, and he's just going to put the door back and shut you in for a second.
Just one moment, darling. Just I need to fix something.
And he's going to sit on it, and he's going to look up, and you're just going to hear,
Under no circumstances. She's strong, so I'm serious.
and you just hear him whisper. Roll a perception check.
That's a 10.
Okay,
Hey,
all
twins.
you can hear is him saying something bored up something.
She's just gonna yell up, the longer you keep me in here, Daddy, the less likely I'm ever gonna leave.
He opens the door,
I fixed it. Come on, darling.
reaches down for you.
She's gonna kind of cross her arms and look at him and go, well, I don't know if I want to.
But you do, because you have to go to the stable and we have to get out of here.
Or what?
Mizu, now is not the time that we play the difficult game.
She sits down on the bottom of the elevator, crisscross applesauce with her arms crossed.
Okay, I'm gonna shut this door and leave you in there.
Am I riding in my carriage by myself?
No.
Then I guess I'm staying.
He shuts the door. You hear him very loudly say to the servant,
Tie up this thing, make sure it doesn't fall.
and you're going to hear him get out and leave. He's going to go back down to breakfast.
Alright, girls. Task number 1. Your sister is stuck in the elevator and won't come out. So, as soon as you get her, you can be on your way and go.
Can we just go?
No, Mizu is coming along. Now, she's not going to want you riding in her carriage, but that's all that's left unless you want to swim. And that's going to take a very long time.
Where are we going exactly? Have we decided on a first destination, or is that predetermined for us as well?
Well, riding with the currents, you're going to be with 20 sharkfolk explorers that are going to guide you through the currents, led by
Okay.
Dagunna.
The gunner.
Dagunna is with the Sapphire Sun tribe, but the rest of the sharkfolk are
What are they riding in?
They're with the Twilight Titan. Oh, they're not riding. They're swimming, darling.
I'm not there. I'm just being a bitch.
He hears it in his head. He hears that shit in his head. Just like he is criticized 24/7 in his brain with that Mizu. Like,
I love you, Arizaline.
do you, Daddy, or do you love me?
Shut up!
Just like always in his own head.
He's
Can I do like a history check or something to see if I like know anything about the gunner? Just basic knowledge.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily know every NPC on the island. Sure. History check.
Okay.
with a name like the gunner. Come on now.
14.
Dagunna is the best currents guide from the Twilight Titan tribe.
Cool.
And the Twilight tribe is the majority, the biggest one that does guided tours or seeing you protecting through currents or making maps and stuff like that. They know the waters the most at this collective mine hive. He's going to tell you Dagona has suggested if you ride the currents that you would go to Shark Food Island first, right, going north. You could go through Yarmouth, which is very soon after. Those two are very close. You can get to Shark Food Island in less than a day, and then to Yarmouth. Then it's going to take you a little over a day to get to Eudothia. And then you have to take a long road trip, which probably is going to be a week, down to Sumplin. And then from there, you have the option to cut across Liberation Island and come home if you'd like. You can go south towards some more islands if you like, or you can just, what they're going to be doing is bringing the ship back. You guys can get off after Sumplin wherever you want.
Or swimming, I guess.
Very cool.
Yeah, got a plan. Got some cities to see before we get to land. Cool. So I guess we're going to Lily's place. Anything we should know before we head there, or should we just debrief in the car, or the carriage, the thing?
Yeah, the carriage ship.
The vehicle.
Well, as he's talking, he's leading you guys to the side of the palace, which has an exit door into the stables. But before he goes there,
escorting us out.
Yeah, they're like, Mom and Dad want their own time now, kids. You're 18. You have to find a way to get Mizu because he tells you she's not coming out.
Can you just put that on top of the carriage or something? Just take the elevator out.
Take the whole elevator.
I mean, he's
like a freight.
He's not opposed to using magic, but if he does that, she's going to be pissed, and I don't want it to be the last thing she remembers me by. If it's one of
She's really mad either way, it seems like. So.
I wish there was something I could, give her to coax her out, show her I love her. You guys know what that might be?
Not at all.
Makeup.
Makeup.
Material items of any variety, really?
Another carriage for her to ride in by herself. A smaller
A new
carriage, perhaps.
painting of herself.
You could torture someone in front of her.
What?
Probably get her to. She
She's
enjoys
weird like that.
pain
Do
and
that?
others. Yeah.
Alright,
She's mean.
you know what? I'm tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm just gonna use magic. Do not tell your mother I did this, okay? Make your way into the stable. I will bring your sister.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, he's gonna split. He's gonna.
Arista's gonna hang back for a minute as they start to go through the stable door and ask him before he leaves. Father,
Yes?
do our doubles know that they're in danger?
I don't know what you're talking about, darling.
He's gonna put a hand on your shoulder.
You're smart. You're smart. Good luck out there. I love you. He's gonna hug you.
She'll hug him back and not actually whisper in his ear, but say softly while they're hugging, "Please don't let me have someone's blood on my hand when I come home."
He whispers back in your ear.
They were to be executed, so I bought them. It's the best we could do to trick whatever's happening.
I see.
We good?
For now.
He immediately is going to turn, and you just see him reach into his that pocket thing once again. You see him start pulling out some scrolls.
Oh god, I can't believe I'm about to do this.
All right. Mizu, roll a Constitution saving throw. Actually, let me make sure I get this right.
Finger of death.
Okay.
I will say that Mizu's been trying to get out on her own now that she knows that her father's been gone this whole time. She's been jumping, trying to reach the top, get out herself.
Roll me a strength check. No, athletics. I'll give you a little more.
That was a 17.
Oh, okay. So you're jumping, kind of prancing to the ceiling, but actually you get one good punch, and you punch that top, and it flies open. You hear, "Oh!" from the servants that are in the doorway right above. Sorry, Mizu. And you've noticed they've started boarding up that doorway with wood.
She's gonna reach her hand up and go, "Will one of you kind people please help me out of here?" And like kind of blink her eyes a little flirtatiously.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're the princess, and they were explicitly told not to help you. 24?
Yeah, they were both 24s.
Okay, yeah, they're both reaching down. They pick you up, pull you through the boards, and kind of help brush you off. We're so sorry, princess. Are you okay?
I'm okay, thanks to you. And she'll kind of like reach up and cup both of their like cheeks with her hand and go, "Thank you so much." And then she's gonna turn and like start walking away.
As you turn and look down that main lobby on the second or third floor, I forget which one we're on, you look down the hallway, it's wow, wow, wow. It's King Thrine all the way at the other end.
Mizu, are you coming or not?
She takes off sprinting towards where she knows that the Tabaxis are impersonating them.
Okay, so that elevator's broken, so you can take the servant's elevator.
Whichever way, she would know it to be probably the fastest way to get there, regardless of if it's the servant's elevator or stairs. She's going.
Okay, charisma saving throw.
That was a 10.
Oh, you fail! You immediately are banished. King Thrive banishes you. Quick, you don't hear this, but he quickly yells for the servants to go get the largest bag out of the supply closet. They're going to go get this huge bag. He's going to yell, "And throw makeup in it!" As they, like, run off, he's running towards, your bedroom and just kind of looking around for some of your favorite things, like stuffed octopus. Yeah, that'll be good. Some new shoes. That'll be fine. Oh gosh, he's gonna reach in and just start pouring shells in the bag. That'll be good. He's gonna run all the way back. He's gonna run all the way back to the spot. The servants are gonna converge. You're gonna open that bag. He's just gonna look around. All right, somebody give me a countdown. And they're like, okay, 25, 24, 23. Hurry up! We can't, sir. It's your spell. 22, 21. You're floating in this black vastness of nothing, Mizu. Way off in the distance, there is like just sparkly gold flicker out in space, and you hear nothing.
I'd say kind of like a moth to a flame, if she can even like kind of somehow like move towards that. She's gonna attempt to like move towards the only thing she can see.
Okay, as you start swimming, it just gets further and further away, and you just feel this existential dread, and you hear in your head,
"I cannot believe that son of a bitch did that to you. That's it. I want to kill him."
Can I talk back with him?
yeah, it's in your head, you don't even have to talk.
Okay. She's gonna say, What the hell just happened?
Your fucking father banished you, Mizu.
Daddy did what?
Yes, he used magic against you. I told you. Everyone deserves a little death.
That bastard. I could see a Rizaline or maybe one of my sisters doing that. But Daddy?
He must really want you out of this palace. It's almost like something's going on. Get him, Mizu. Get him.
Automatically, you're back. You fall on the floor into this big bag. You look up and the Rhine goes, "I'm sorry." They tie you up and tie the bag.
If I talk, can they hear me outside of it?
Yeah, it's just like this big tarp. That's
She's gonna go, "What the hell, Oh, makeup."
He's going to whisper. Roll a perception check. Let's see if you hear this. With disadvantage, because you are in the presence of really good makeup.
They were both 13s.
Yeah. You heard him whispering, but you don't know what he said. In fact, you're so focused on confused on why all your favorite stuff is here that you don't notice there's like 6 of them gently picking you up and moving you slowly. Even though you're in a bag, they're not like dragging you or anything. And then, as you guys enter the stable, you see Stable Leonard is put his arms out, and I'll show you on the map here. if I can find it.
Show me Leonard. Oh, there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leonard. Right there. Okay. That is the stable.
Hell yeah.
Stable Master Leonard, and that is Mizu's ship. And he's taming this big manta ray that's up in the air, kind of bringing it down and trying to attach it to the reins of the ship as he calls out for you. Hey, good to see you again, princesses.
Hey.
Just a moment. Looks like he's busy.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just heading to. I'm getting in. I don't have
Okay.
any bags or anything.
Yeah, he
Trying to
brings it down and attaches him to the reins. Around that time, a bunch of servants come in carrying a big bag with, you hear Mizu on the inside. Ooh, oh, ooh. And they kind of just put it in the trunk part of this big carriage. And he tells you guys that you'll be taking the secret entrance out the back, and kind of shows you out the window where you see floating in the air these anthropomorphic shark men in tribal gowns that kind of flicker like hummingbirds super fast in the water with these big fins on their back and gnarly scars and stuff. 20 of them. As one of them is like at the front and kind of salutes at you all. That must be the Gunna. Gets the manta rays attached to the ship and kind of looks in and says, well, Mizu's usually the one that drives this thing. Can anybody else drive?
She drives.
Well, whips the manta ray.
Yeah, she'd be good with that.
Doesn't sound like her.
Yeah.
Someone else
see.
can do that.
Well, I know King Thrine usually activates some magical thing on it that it goes by itself, at least to start.
Yeah.
But I think Riesling made him take that off.
Yeah. No, it's all about confidence, right? I can do it.
I read a book about driving once.
Oh, yeah?
I'm confident that you can do it.
You want to take the helm?
Celia? Why not? I'll give it a try.
Okay.
I cast guidance on her.
Yes.
Reach
Okay,
out.
so
It's like,
this is
don't
very
die.
different than the money ship, so that instruction will not help, so this is just a straight roll, but there's a DC.
Oh, I was thinking more of like driving in a book in the library, not necessarily that instruction manual.
History check then.
History. For some reason, my history rolls are not going well, but I get a D4 on top of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For guidance. Can I use my inspiration yet?
Not yet.
But
We're almost there.
That's another 4, so it's a 16.
Okay, yeah, you remember how to operate this thing so you can have advantage while trying to get this thing off the ground.
Okay.
So, give me an animal handling check. Because this is a big manta ray.
That's what I thought you were. Not good at that. I got an 18! What the fuck? The dice are all over the place.
Perfect. As you give a big whip to the reins, they ripple through the water right to the manta ray. Wings kind of go out, and just turns and pulls the carriage off the ground. The big glass ceiling is going to slide open, and you guys are going to take off the front as fireworks are going off in the morning on the other side, distracting the entire kingdom. As you guys whip into the water, the shark folk form this big fighter pilot jet formation in front of you guys, this big V, and kind of guides the manta ray, and you all take off where no one else can see you into the murky water, eventually making your way into the biggest current that's going to take you north. As that thing whips up in the air, the bag in the trunk rolls back and hits the back of the wall, knocking it open. You just see the bag kind of fall down and Mizu's head pop out.
Sorry,
Welcome.
Well, this definitely wasn't the royal exit that I expected, but at least Daddy still loves me more than you guys, because look at all the stuff he sent me off with. Ooh! As she flashes, like, her hand that's full of rings.
We walked here and you came here tied up in a bag and you think he loves you more. You know what? You're right.
Because my feet didn't touch the ground.
You're right.
Mizu,
That's
give
some
me
impressive logicking.
a dexterity saving throw. Let me see if you broke anything in that bag.
Good call.
That was
I
a
hope there wasn't a
17.
mirror in there.
Dang.
A 17. No, you didn't break anything. Okay, as you guys take off into the water, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, the drama on this road trip shall begin. All right, everybody, let me
Road trip.
give a little time here. Boom. Okay, see you soon. From the tribal jungles of Colbrador
to the bioluminescent wilds of Lemuria.
From the intersection of the material and the Fey Plains in the Quiet Highlands.
To the depths of the Silver Seas.
Welcome to the adventures in Silvernell.
In this thrilling Dungeons and Dragons Live actual play web series, prepare to embark on a journey filled with magic,
conspiracy,
dreams,
nightmares,
politics,
gods,
dinosaurs,
and so much more.
We have curated an immersive world that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination.
On Into the Expanse, follow 3 courageous heroes on a perilous diplomatic mission across the magical barrier that separates Lemuria from Greater Silvernell.
What begins as a simple relations missive soon becomes entangled in a web of intrigue, daring rescue missions, and the emergence of an unknown blight.
Will our heroes overcome the challenges ahead?
And protect the fragile balance between the continent's 2 halves?
But that's not all.
Prepare to dive into the enchanting depths of Princesses of Power.
Delve into the lives of the brave and resourceful daughters of the Azir Kingdom as they navigate the hidden intricacies of life beneath the sea.
As they strive to maintain order and harmony, they soon find themselves faced with unexpected threats and treachery.
Will the princesses rise to the occasion and safeguard their kingdom from the shadows lurking below?
Join us on this extraordinary journey as we unravel the mysteries of Silvernell.
A world brimming with adventure, danger, and the limitless potential of the human imagination.
Our live sessions will captivate you and entertain you, immersing you in a fantastical realm unlike any other.
By becoming a patron, you'll gain exclusive access to behind-the-scenes content, early access to bonus content and merchandise, character insights, and a chance to influence the story through interactive polls and Q&As.
Your support will help us continue creating quality episodes for your consumption, expanding the world of Silvernell, and delivering unforgettable experiences for our dedicated community.
So, fellow adventurers, ready your spells, sharpen your blades, and prepare to join us on the adventures in Silvernell.
Together, we will forge remarkable tales and embark on historic quests that will leave a mark on our heart and shape the destiny of a wondrous realm.
Welcome to the family, and as always, gratitude.
It's a retro.
Okay, welcome back. We are now in Mizu's carriage, floating in the water. We are in the currents. There are 20 shark folk swimming around you, but maybe 30 to 40 feet out away from each side. As you get into the current, other fish are joining the currents. You're going to see all different type of underwater creatures. There's even going to be some sharks that are making their way towards Sharkfoot Island, but generally it's rushing and it's fast, and I'll show you on the map right here. Boom.
Rushing.
So it's just kind of this chasm of water that's moving very fast. You're basically on the highway.
I'm on the high.
Inside there are multiple seats in the ship, so everyone can have a seat. There's also a small table with a seat on each side, and then there's like a trunk space that is just open from the cart on the inside, but also can be open from the back, where Mizu is with that big bag. And then there's like a front that has this like magical barrier that allows the rains to go through it. And it's kind of warbling, but like the pressure in the water.
Like a windshield.
Yeah, it's kind of like a windshield that this rain can go through. And this manta ray its wingspan is so wide you have to look through the porthole windows on the side. It's very comfy, very lavish. There is a chandelier that is like barely moving, that's got crystals dripping from it. The walls are like that pillowy material. They have like big buttons every 3 feet in the corners and like the creases. It's very square looking. There are different shag rug parts near some of the walls. There's a big table with a huge plant on it. And then there's like a big compartment on the side that says Mizu only, don't even fucking touch. And it's stamped with her signature. And that is Mizu's carriage.
Makes me want to touch it.
Welcome,
Celia's
guys.
gonna walk to the back of the cart and go up to Mizu. Alright. Get out of here. Back of the bus is for bad bitches. And she's gonna sit down and just chill.
You do realize if it wasn't for the head bad bitch, you'd be swimming right now?
That's okay. I can swim.
You want to test that theory? I think that would be really cool, actually.
Could always turn into a
That's
whale.
chill.
Right on my
I can do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No one is swimming. Just
No, this is
Get
a little
along.
bit of a challenge. I don't think that Mizu could do it, and I just want to show that I can.
Yeah, I definitely can't. Go for it, babe. All you.
Oh, you can't? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go.
Celia, if you get out and swim, then we'll beat you to Shark Food Island, and you're the one who needs to, introduce us.
Look at
and stuff.
all these shark folk with us. I'll just get buddy with Dugana. Everything will be chill. Let's go. Celia walks to the side and tries to open up the side door, and is it reasonable for Celia to try to?
Okay, so the way this door operates
Swim for a while.
is it's a sliding
You made it.
door,
Come
and
back.
it slides.
I
like-
mean, Scott.
Sorry. You grab the side of the door. It's a sliding door. The water's rushing this way. So if you try to open that door, it's going to catch the door and slide it open for you, and it's going to be rushing speed. Actually,
People are realistically swimming next to us, right? We're just being
It would be
lazy
the
and
other
staying
way.
close, right?
Well, I think
We're going with the current,
I
right?
think you're kind of at the side right now a little bit. So you're at the edge of the current. So that's what's rushing. As the ship moves more over, it's actually steady because you're in the current. But the closer you get to the edges, is that rushing. So just be careful where you go out. So if you just jump out right now, when the ship's kind of going towards the middle of the current as it's flowing, you get out. It's slow because everyone's riding it.
Clear. Celia's gonna jump out, hold onto the cart, and just sort of position themselves over it, and try to swim close over the there was a little bit of a window bay. They're just gonna do double middle fingers and swim right over the cart.
Yeah, you guys see him in the window.
I guess you could do it.
Mizu is gonna lock the door.
Triple middle fingers appear. No.
Toes. Bust up the toes.
Even if you're gonna look over to Seer and be like, have you ever wondered what it'd be like to wild shape and just swim in one of these? I've always wanted to do it, but it just didn't feel like the right time on a diplomatic mission.
I never
If
really
you guys
got good
get
at
out
turning into
of
animals.
this carriage and essentially just leave Mizu by herself after all of that.
That's the plan.
I'm gonna be so upset.
Well, I never really got wild shaping down, so I don't really do that very often. I'm more into summoning things and turning into them myself, personally.
Definitely more of a shifter here, I will say.
I've always envied you for that. I can never
Well,
really
thank you for your summoning
grasp the.
that.
Oh, what a
Stop.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, my
Thank
turn, guys.
you.
What have you guys envied me for? It's okay, one at a time. I mean, one at a time, but somebody can go first. Go ahead. Arista, do you want to start?
Well, I don't find much point in envy. Since I can't be you, what's the point in wasting energy wanting to be you?
That's interesting. What about you, Seer?
Well, particularly as your twin, anything you can do, I can do better, so I'm good over here. Thank you.
Okay, fair enough. Venpira?
Venfier's gonna kind of look to the other two and be like, "Really? You guys are leaving me in the dust?" Like that kind of look. And she's gonna be like,
"Politics.
Your beauty and endless grace and patience, Mizu."
Oh, Vindafira, you're so sweet.
Of
you know,
course.
what I envy about myself is that I used to be riding in this carriage alone, but now I have to share it with you guys. But I guess it's fine, just this once.
You're very generous, Mizu.
Celia is pressing her bare ass against the windshield.
I think she envies your butt.
Mizu's like, oh, she envies my ass. Awesome. I mean, who wouldn't? But and then her attention like darts back and is intentionally not trying to look that direction.
Oh. Well, I was going to ask Celia about some things, but now she's out there swimming, so I guess I'm just going to relax.
Alyssa, how many books do you have on recent legal treatises? Treatises? I don't know how to say that word. Venfir knows how to say it. I don't.
Alyssa's going to move the reins to one hand and put her other hand down in her bag and feel around. 17.
Yeah, you pulled out the perfect book.
Oh no, she asked me how many, so I just counted them.
I thought you were
I
saying
didn't actually
you
pull
rolled.
anything out.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, sorry, I was just answering her question.
You're good.
Surprise me with one of them if you care, if you can, really. Or I know you're driving us, and I would hate to. Oh, and she's just gonna. Thank you, Arista. You're always so dependable. And she's gonna just kind of settle down, like next to, across from. Remember the exact layout we have inside. Next to, across from Seer, just kind of.
Mizu is enjoying being in the back by herself now that Celia is gone, and she is polishing Ganon's shell with like some wax, some turtle wax.
Ganon is like going into the bag and like messing with all your stuff because it's so cool. Just like floating.
And Alyssa have a pair of like enchanted shells that she can put over wherever her ears are, and they magically have a recording of a book. So she's essentially listening to an audiobook. She drives.
You know, I feel like over the time here, yeah, they would give you that. That's not like magically busted.
Great.
Yeah. It's like attuned with just like what you are reading.
That works too.
Please tell me it's Bubbles' voice.
Roll me a percentile dice, Arista. Because that is a magical item. You know, let's see if there is a caveat. It will be
caveat. Why speak that into existence, Yanks?
Just like
so I'm just gonna roll the D100 in here.
Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna be like the most random character.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, it's definitely in Bubbles' voice. Damn. And she was gone with the wind.
Okay. He happily records anything I ask him to in the archive.
Of course, yeah. I imagine he doesn't sleep.
Too much energy.
Okay. Ganon is being polished. People are chilling.
Seer will go. Well, speaking of an elephant in the room, or a whale, perhaps is a better term or phrase. Missy, you do magic now? When did that happen? The demon? Are we not going to talk about that? That was a lot.
What do you mean?
Kind of just brushed.
Like my powers?
Yeah. When did that start? That's new.
I don't know. I think one day I just woke up and I felt like a lot like prettier and cooler, and then I could just do magic.
Oh, I didn't notice the first two things, but you definitely could do magic. That's weird. And the demons? Is it often demonic magic? Is that that your did you sell your soul to the undead thing to get power? It's kind of. I think you do, honestly.
Sissy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did anyone believe that? Anyone? No?
Roll a persuasion check.
She kind of sits. She's like,
Arissa's not listening, so her ear for deceit is not going to be helpful right now.
we know she lying. She's not good at it with us. She's like,
She would
"Okay,
probably
well."
make an educated guess if you got her.
All right, well, just make sure your demons stay working for you and us, and not against us, because that'd be bad.
I mean, just don't get in my way, and I won't. You know, the demons just pop out of me every time I just get really, really angry, like earlier with Daddy when he was really pissing me off because I wasn't getting my way. So, you know, as long as I always get my way, you have nothing to worry about.
Vinfira's gonna kind of glance up from her book and quip, yeah, your definition of in the way and ours are parallel. I don't meet it all.
Well, I mean, I've been dying to, like, tell you all of my, like, boundaries, if you are, like, willing to hear that. I mean, we have a while to talk about it, so... So, like, boundary number 1 is just, like, never tell me no. Like, I mean that word, like, we're parallel. You know what I mean? We're parallel. So, and then she's just gonna, like, trail off, probably, into, like, multiple long, annoying things.
You're not going to improvise the whole speech? I was so ready for it.
No, I'm not gonna put you through that, and I don't even want to put myself through that, because that's annoying.
It's painful.
Agonizing.
What is he doing?
Ganon is eating your makeup.
She's not paying attention. Anyways, she's just in her head. Boundary number 47, never touch Ganon. Only touch Ganon when you get my permission.
Can I cause deafness on myself?
Yes.
And then she's gonna, as she keeps going, she's gonna be like, boundary number 52. If you find Ganon's death book, don't touch it and give it to me. Boundary number 53. And just, like, pour over it and keep going.
What?
I was muted.
Boundary number 35.
Wait.
What's up?
Ganon's death book? Your
glad someone
turtle
brought
has
that
a
up.
death book?
Your turtle can read?
Yeah.
Also that. I mean, I don't want to assume your turtle's intelligence. That would be quite unbecoming, but...
I mean, mine's
What?
really low. Like, actually, if you want to know how low, it's a -1 low. So I really help Ganon with, like, his, like, PR confidence side, and he's really helping me with, like, the smarts. We're really working as a team now.
Okay, so why does your... You know what? I choose peace, and please continue.
I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask Ganon. He loves to talk about it. Go ahead, Ganon.
As you look over, Ganon lifts his head out of the makeup bag. It looks like he was making out with a clown. It's everywhere all over his face, just like chewing like on a brush with the bristles sticking out. Looking dead-eyed.
Yeah, he's been teaching me so much.
I see that.
Seer slides over closer to Vinfira, and she's like, did our sister sell her soul to a turtle?
I think that may have happened, and we can't change the past. All we can do is move forward into the future. It will wax and wane. It will definitely be fine.
Is there
without-
Rooter in the bag? Did Dad throw Rooter in my bag?
No, all he gave you personally was that like glass box with the pufferfish in it, and gave you your makeup and some stuffed animals and some shoes.
Keeping it all to himself, damn.
Kind of smoke underwater. It's not a.
Well, I mean, no, we're in
Water-free
like a little thing now, you know?
Is
I
it
feel like
water
there's
free in here?
Yeah, it's like I feel like we're in air right now because it has windows and it's enclosed.
Mizu, it is your ship, so you know that there is a button you can push that will fill with water, and you can push it again, and it'll take the water out. So you have options.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have air in it right now because Celia's outside swimming.
Gotcha. Yep. So she just now ponder. She's just had her eyes on you. I'm sure you're still like giving these tirades, but she's just listening to you.
Boundary
and
number
wondering.
83. Make sure when you're doing my makeup, you only use colors that complement my skin.
No one's doing your. I don't think you're gonna transition well into civilian life, as they say, and I'm really interested to see how that goes. I think Alyssa should write a book about that.
Oh yeah, and that actually brings me to boundary number 47. Don't actually associate with anybody unless they look remotely like you.
About that time, Ganon lifts his head up from the bag again and has a very serious look, and you all hear,
"Oh, for the love of Titans, please!"
Demon turtle.
What was that?
Demon turtle.
You see Ganon looks confused and
makeup.
Seer
I
reaches
told
out.
you guys.
Seer reaches out and tries to grab Ganon.
What did I say about boundary number 81, sissy? Don't touch Ganon without my permission.
May I touch your demon turtle?
Yes, 2 fingers only. Have you washed your hands recently? I'll take that as a yes.
Are you washing them in the air? In the water?
We have been in air for like 3 hours now, so make sure you wash them.
Just stick your hand out the door and like.
And she'll hold out Ganon to Seer.
all right.
Ganon.
He's kind of like that size. He's kind of like a frisbee. He's like a frisbee.
I got both my fingers.
Yeah. As you lay a hand on his shell, you immediately see this.
Oh no.
Like everything around you goes into black. You hear like a gospel choir of 500 in perfect harmony with that off-kilter tune that just feels like death is imminent and around you, and like almost feels like your flesh isn't even a thing anymore. And just before you is this book that spins into your view with this glowing red scream from behind the broken, made of skin leather on top. That just as you see it, it seems to draw you in. And into view, you see your own hand is touching it. And that's what the back of Ganon feels like. Everyone else sees you go to touch Ganon, touch it, and then turn and look at Mizu, grab her by the shoulder, reach into her bag, and pull out this book. And really quickly, if you turn your view to roll 20, everyone sees this book, but Seer, in your mind, you see that book vanish, and before your eyes is this big cave that you're just kind of like floating through, and you hear that laughing constantly as you go around this corner. It feels like you're about to meet Death himself, and you come face to face with the dude, Voskar.
Oh.
As you notice, if you zoom in closer, you can see his black little beady eyes as you get closer and closer. And he just opens his mouth, and the god of death, Brune Toro, pops out like a xenomorph, just like right at your face, and you snap out of it, and you're grabbing this book of shadows as everyone is looking around. What's your passive perception outside, Celia?
Very low. It is 8.
You don't 8. You don't see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see this, but everybody else sees this book, and you feel the longer you hold it, Seer, the more it feels good to hold. Like it's gonna bring power.
Mizu's gonna try to snatch it out of Seer's hand.
Roll a sleight of hand, roll a sleight of hand with advantage because Seer's like entranced. Not like you love it, but
those are both horrible.
A 2 and a 4. You don't get there. Seer just moves her hand. All right, Seer. What are you doing?
What is this book?
What did I say about boundary number 37?
Is it about this book?
Yes, that's Ganon's death book. Thank you.
That's Ganon's death book?
You had it
Oh my
on
god,
you.
have you guys not been listening for the past 102 boundaries?
Then Fira, Rissy, and I kind of like put it on the table that is like in front of, like in the.
Oh, if she puts it down, I'm snatching it up.
I'm not letting I have my hand on it, girl. I know you're trying to get it from me, but I'm putting it on this table because I'm like, hey, can we get it? I want everyone's attention on it. I don't want to. So I'm like, hey,
I'm gonna go over to the windshield, like wherever, or like the window where Celia is, and go like.
The door's still locked, also.
I love that door.
This isn't working. This is not working. I can't pantomime this well enough. I don't know how to dance. Someone dance to make her come inside.
If you do a lasso, I'm sure.
Oh,
Here doesn't know.
Rissy's gonna go to the window and do this.
Yes.
Open the door! Open the door!
Vera's gonna like run to open.
All right, Misu locked it.
So you gotta unlock it.
Okay, you unlock it. Pull the door open.
Hey! So we're having a party over here, huh? Grabbing me,
Mizu
guys.
is gonna kind of like huff this Celia's back in here, and since they opened the door and like water rushed in, she's gonna go and like push a button that like cleans up all the water that kind of came in.
Nice.
It was starting to get a little boring out there. Anything fun happen other than your blatant partying?
Well, Ganon has a death book.
Ganon can talk and has a death book and also can read.
Gross, I hate books.
I cannot talk. And also, that's not the death book, that's the Book of Shadows. If I had the death book, I wouldn't either.
Wait a minute.
Gross. It's
I can just
Celia
talk to
gets
you.
startled and kicks Ganon.
Okay, he's right there. It's not difficult. You punt him. He boom, 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 bounces off the wall, hits the floor, hits the side, and spins. Luckily, he pulled in. He pulled in all his limbs, and he just looks around like Ganon is back, and only Mizu hears in her head.
I can't believe they would do that to our poor little vessel, which I speak out of. You should kill them.
She's gonna go, my poor baby, and like grab his little shell.
Sorry. That's new, right?
Yeah, it can talk. That it is new. It's quite weird. Also a demon.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Perhaps.
Chill?
You're a little too
Demons-
chill about this. It's not
Good,
very
bad.
chill.
Okay, guys, get it right. He's a vessel that speaks for the god of death himself. Get it right.
Who I think I saw.
How do you even know all of this?
You made a pact with the god of death?
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, also tell him that the god of death really likes you. Tell him that. Do it.
Yeah, the god of death really likes me, so you guys are like fucked.
I can't believe you actually did it.
You're so easy to please. I'm sure he loves you.
I mean, who doesn't?
So this is his Book of Shadows, not his death book.
I mean, like, death book, book of shadows, it's all the same. Like, he's a, like, vessel for death, so all death books, in my opinion.
Well, he seemed to think that it was a difference. So I'm gonna assume that
yeah,
you're
like,
just you're
this
just
isn't
under
the one that he really, really wants. Like, the book that he really wants that's, like, super, super fucking evil is out there somewhere. And, like, that's why we're working together, because he's gonna make me, like, way more powerful than all of you guys. And I'm gonna help him find his book.
Can we throw out the turtle?
So...
Touch him and you fucking die.
I've already kicked
Okay,
him. I'm
let me
fine.
get this straight while we're all here. You made a pact with the god of death because you wanted to be more powerful than the rest of us, even though you're quite literally the princess of one of the most, if not the most powerful kingdom in the entire ocean. And also, probably because you were bored.
I mean, yeah, that basically sums it up.
Did you like kind of compliment us by mistake?
I can see that.
I guess.
That's nice.
If there was a girl to pick, selling her soul over doing hard work, it'd definitely be Mizu. So this definitely does add up.
Now that you put it that way, this actually makes a lot more sense.
I mean, I've always known that I've been like prettier and more popular than you guys, but I will say at the end of the day, I felt like I could be a lot more useful if I was stronger than you guys too, on top of all that.
Since when do you want to be useful?
I've never seen her be useful.
First of all, I've been so useful in the kingdom, but none of you guys would know that because you're out doing whatever the hell you're doing on all these islands while I'm actually taking care of our people.
We are doing that word you would call being useful. But
yeah, just like I am in the kingdom.
I don't think, again, I think as Vinfiria said, parallels. You and working are just parallels. They don't meet
Never
at any
the
point.
two shall meet.
You like to adjudicate, to dictate,
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you have your work, I have my work, period, and we both get it done.
Well, luckily your work is done because we're leaving the city. So, but now you got to try to stay alive because no one's going to protect you.
For now.
Except for us.
I mean, y'all are stupid if you don't know Daddy's lying to all of us. I know my daddy.
He told us, kind of. So.
Wait. Oh wait, they're making a lot of sense. Tell him you need 5 minutes.
Gannon, what the hell are you I mean, sorry, I'm still not used to this. Vascar, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay, just tell him you need 5 minutes so we can talk.
Fine. Me and Gannon need to go talk. Give me 5 minutes, you guys. And she's gonna scoop him up and, kind of walk over to the edge and, crawl up in a ball with him to, whisper to him. Because, there's nowhere to really, talk privately.
If you want privacy, we can put you back in the bag.
I can put you back outside, Celia. Thank you.
I'll go out just for kicks.
All right, as you guys see Mizu go into the corner, you have a moment alone because Voskar is talking to her. You have the bag. Celia has the bag with Mizu's items in it.
Yeah, I think I gather Arista and Inferior. I'm just kind of huddle up, and I'm like, oh, so this is kind of not what I expected when I got into this here carriage.
I foresee at least 3 problems relating to this. Maybe 4, possibly 5.
We killed the turtle, right? We're gonna kill the turtle.
Well, I don't know if animal cruelty is quite the right move here.
I don't think the turtle is the problem.
And listen, as long as she doesn't get the book, and I have this one, and doesn't get the other book, then she's really no problem. And if she can do stuff to help us, perhaps we can use this power now while also preventing her from gaining power for the demon turtle. Because what?
Sorry.
But also, I've never seen her be useful before, and she has been doing things, so I don't want to break that streak, especially when she's with us, and that would just be dead weight.
Scott, what would I roll to see if Arista knows anything about death books in general?
Just roll a history check.
$14.
Okay, so you know that every batch of new books that come in that come from different places around the seas that the kingdom buys for knowledge, Mizu has had it made where she checks everything that comes into the kingdom and she gets first dibs. King Throne, and one time some books were coming in. Normally she doesn't care, but I think she had to really go to the bathroom after a crazy night and saw this glowing book calling out, and it called you to and she saw it too, but she ran over and grabbed it and smiled at you and took off, and you didn't really think much of it. But you remember that. And you've thought about it since, and there are things on different planes of the world that attract this material plane for knowledge or for something. And that seems like that sort of book, like it's otherworldly, maybe cursed, very powerful. But the Death Book, you've never heard of it.
Would I recognize from my memory the Book of Shadows? Is that what she was
that's
grabbing?
the book. Yep. And you have noticed ever since she's grabbed that book, she has been more powerful. You're the only one who spends time with her in the palace day in and day out. She's always been confident, but she always is much cleaner, faster. She always ends diplomatic things much faster in the kingdom. Everyone seems generally satisfied, charmed even. She has gotten better at her job. She is very cocky, but she is the doll of Azir.
Interesting. I guess then I will agree with going back to the princess's conversation. It's true, but the streak has to do with that book. She's been getting better at her job ever since she first grabbed the Book of Shadows.
So in a weird way, it's a good thing.
At
Coming
least
from a
for the
bad
moment.
place.
It's like steroids.
I don't do that.
That's, honestly, that is a pretty good comparison, I must admit.
Well, then I must agree, because over my head that went. So, okay.
It's actually perfect about you. It's bad for you, but if you think about it, you have to deal with it. It does help in something.
If I open this Book of Shadows, is there anything inside of it that I can read? Is it legible?
Describe how magically attuned to things generally Seer is. Like, how much is magic an influence over your character? Before I answer this.
Oh, it's like her entire life. Particularly her thing is like death magic. So she's really interested in this book because she's all into like bringing back dead things, and that's her whole specialty. So she's like, "What's going on here?"
Roll me a history check.
Okay, am I good at that? No, but I'll try.
The twin that causes death and the one that fixes death.
Listen, I think it's just
That's
two
so
twins
great.
that cause death. I can just also stop it. A 10. I'm really good at being neutral.
Neutral tonight.
Plus 0, and I rolled a 10.
You've heard rumors about items infused with the wishes of Brune Toro, but you've never heard like the god of death speaking to people. There's no death domain clerics for Brune Toro and Azir or where you've met. So maybe there's rumors of items, and it could be in a book, but a whole book of death. If that is what, because usually these items are pretty spot on with their names. If it is the Book of Death, you could do endless killing with it.
Definitely not something I want Mizu and her short temper to get her hands on. That sounds true. Okay, the only thing it sounds... Okay, she's just never... Okay, got it. It reminds her of her...
And because you're so
scale.
magically inclined, you can feel that this item is very toxic to your magical psyche, your soul. You can just feel that this thing. That's what I'll say about it. So holding it comes at a cost with a lot of magical things, and this seems like one of those things as you hold it.
It reminds me... And it kind of like reminds Seir of her scale on her shield, which is kind of like starts to like give glances towards, but that makes her feel way powerful. And she also has a thing that talks to her, so she's like, but she didn't sell her soul to a demon, so she's like, okay.
And
she's like, just understanding it. She's like, okay.
Since you haven't let go in like a good 4 or 5 minutes,
kind of stressed holding on to it.
Mizu is having a conversation with Voskar in the corner. You're starting to hear it in Mizu's head.
Listen, they make a good point. I'm going to make you so strong, but you're not quite there yet. So we kind of need them to help you. This ocean is big, very big. And if we can keep you alive till later, then you'll be stronger than them. But I kind of don't want to lose my vessel, you know?
I know, that's the whole plan. That's why we have to convince them not to kill the vessel.
Okay, trade them. Don't kill the vessel, I won't kill you all, okay? They might like that. And then tell them you're friends. You know how some people like each other? You pretend to be one of those, you're friends. Hate it.
We're not friends, we're sisters. That's kind of like the whole thing.
I don't get it.
It's like blood ties, or like not even blood ties sometimes. Like just fucking, you just get together and then you're sisters. It's like you have to deal with each other, but not really like friends. I don't really have like friends, you know? I feel like you don't either, Voskar.
I'm going to ignore everything you said because it's making me uncomfortable and reaching somewhere deep that I don't want to go. Listen! Just make sure they protect you and you protect them. They're important too. And oh my gosh, this is kind of like me having all of them as I'm their patron. Oh, yes. Go do something nice with them. Have like a sister moment. Ugh.
Nice really isn't my like forte.
Well, try.
After that, she'll kind of just like stand up and turn around, and this like really pained like smile is gonna cross her face. It's kind of awkward, like, and that's all
What's wrong
she'll
with
do.
your face?
You look like you need to use the bathroom.
I'm good. I'm just really glad we're all like here together.
You literally said the opposite like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, well I changed my mind, Celia.
Sorry.
She's right. I agree. I'm glad you're here, and I think, after the whole incident on the ship, this would be a great time to prove yourself and to build off of that moment, so that when you get back, Daddy will never have to make you do anything again, because you'll be the strongest you've ever been in your life.
Yeah, I could be like the next daddy if you think about it.
God, that's terrifying.
I'm pretty sure Vinfira is the heir to the throne.
I am.
But you could be like, someone else useful.
Well, not a Rizaline, but we can figure that out along the way.
Yeah, like, why can't two sisters run the kingdom instead of a husband and wife? New age for anything.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Vinfira can handle like all the boring stuff, and I can do like the fashion shows and the appearances and the autographs. It would be perfect.
It's like a husband and wife.
Oh, give them a compliment.
You guys are really pretty. The ones that look like me from the same blood.
Super cool.
Not you, Celia. I said the same blood.
Yeah, I know.
Celia, Arista, you're both beautiful as well. Please don't listen to Mizu and don't let her get to you.
I don't like being called beautiful anyways, so...
I mean, of course Arista's beautiful. I mean, all pets are really beautiful. I love animals.
You're kind of a bad person, you know that?
Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah.
She did get a demon to join forces with her, so hey,
Yeah.
2 peas in a pod, they'd say.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm sorry, Arista. I was not laughing at you. The sheer awkwardness of this situation truly just got to me.
No, it's just been the theme all day, hasn't it?
It's just kind of her thing. And she's been like that since we both, came out here. The womb. She's been like that. Stagnant. Just, you get used to it.
Well, now that I've been nice to you guys, can you be nice to me and give me the book back, Sissy?
Absolutely
please?
not.
No.
The more time you don't have that book, the less powerful and connected we're gonna be, right?
I know, kitten. Shut up.
Just get the damn book.
Can I have the book back, pretty, please? I love you, Sissy.
Oh my god, so here's the thing. No.
Well, if I'm
maybe
not
we can work
holding the
something out.
book, none of my powers are gonna work. So if you guys want me to be useful at all, I need the book.
Alright, so hear me out. Here's the thing. Okay, I will give you the book back. Alright? However, if you misbehave, myself and the other sisters will forcefully remove the book from you. Okay?
Okay, I mean that technically wasn't a no, so it wasn't a violation of boundary number 1. So okay.
Yeah. So as strong as you want to be, you could probably beat one of us or two of us, but all four of us?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, everyone heard that. We're all in the same accordance. If she fucks up, we fuck her up. All right, here's your book back. God, I hate
Thank you,
this plan.
Sissy.
Of course.
Could be worse. We could all sell our souls to the god of death, inadvertently.
As Mizu walks back to like kind of put the book back in her bag, she's gonna say to Vaskar, "If one of them tries to get it, bite them."
I'm in your mind. That's really a fact we gotta figure out to nail down. It's a vital piece of this relationship.
She's gonna keep doing it.
Okay, alright.
Around that time, a bubble's gonna pop up at the front of the ship. Hello, Azir Kingdom. What a lovely festival we see outside. Oh, so beautiful. King Thrine and Queen Arizaline would like to thank you for your hard work. It's so good. You guys are doing so good. Also, a special message to the princesses who just came in from giving their speeches and are now relaxing totally smooth.
Hey, girls, I'm so proud of you for what you accomplished today. I hope moving forward after this momentous time, you find peace and love with each other. So relax, enjoy your time at home, and remember, you're sisters, and shit could get weird. Love you.
Have a good day, Palace. Do-do-do. Pop. And that's where we'll end the episode for tonight. Wait,
Whoa.
one last comment.
Nah, he's so bad at lying.
There we go.
It's true.
That's where we'll end tonight. We zoom out from this carriage that's swimming through the current, unbothered by thousands of fish around it, and serious shark folk guiding towards Shark Food Island.
And what is the time frame we think that's supposed to be? Like, how long is this supposed to be?
You've been on this thing for a couple hours now, so you could probably take a long rest if you wanted.
Perfect. So I got some spell slots I need back. All of them.
All right, so we'll come back next time after a long rest. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see everybody next time for episode 6.